Hi everyone. In the previous session, we talked about what are the advantages of Python, and in this session, we will talk about what are the basic difference between the other programming languages. So I will just comparison here the Python and the Java because the Python and the Java are like most advanced programming languages are both. Okay, and basically I'm not comparison with the C, Perl, and all those particular programming language because the C is old and the C++ is currently is also a object-oriented programming, but the Java is like most advantage, and I mean the most advanced and the latest programming language. So that's why there will be a more similarities and the most used the Java and Python both. That's why the comparison between these two are giving you much more clear idea about Python. So let's start. So basically, in the first example, we can just see that. Okay, I will just give one more column. Okay, so here I will just mention that what is the point of difference of that. Okay, so here I will just mention that what is the point of difference. Okay, fine. So let's start. So basically, in the point of difference, first I will run that who runs faster. Okay, like program runtime. Okay, program runtime, I will just comparison with both of them. So basically in the Python we can just say that runs slower than Java. Okay, and here the Python programming is runs faster than Java. So basically here the difference is like Python is slower than Java because the Java is like much more interpreted and the debugger, or we can just say that the Java virtual machine, the JVM will be debugging faster better than Python, and the Java debugger directly connect with the core of the machine. So that's what the Python is like. We can just say that the Python is slower. And here in the other comparison, we can just say that the development time. So in the development time, we can just say that the it takes like less time than Java. We can just say that according to the development. I'm not talking about the execution of a program. I'm talking about now the development of a project, right? So basically, this is the two different things are there. So don't be confused with this one. Development, I'm talking about the development of a project or any or you are working on any project or any website development or any software development. So development of a project. So basically, we can just say that takes less time than Java. Okay, and here we can just say that say that takes more time for for developing the same program or the same project. Also you can just say that. Okay, you can just say that the same project or same program. So basically, okay, one small spelling mistake here. So basically, what I have told you, like take less time than Java because the as I already told in the previous session that the Python is a dynamically typed programming language, right? So basically, you no need to mention like integer a equals to 10. No need to mention the data types of a variable. So automatically is a dynamically typed. Whatever you have assigned the value to a variable, that is automatically considered that variable is a integer variable. If a value or any variable's value is a 5.6, then that particular variable will be considered as a float variable, not an integer variable. So what want to tell you is like the according to the variable's value, the data type will assign for that particular variable. Like example, c equals to apple or banana approximately. Okay, so that string is assigned to a C variable, and that C variable is now considered as a string data type. So according to the value, the data type is decided. Okay, so this is called the dynamically typed programming language. But in Java, we must need to define the all the data types. Okay, so if we are going to suppose if we are in the big projects, if suppose we have decided the integer value, the integer variable for a simple variable, right? Integer data type for the simple variable. But on the later stages we can just change the data type from the integer to long integer. So maybe some confusion, maybe some error will be existing in the Java programming language because that is not the dynamically typed, right? So in the future of the development of a project we can just observe that this particular variable will, which must be assigned a long int, float will be assigned as the double. So we can change the data type according to our need and according to the development of a project, but in Python it's not needed. So that's why there are many advantages that will be there. And one more advantage will be the comparison, will be the development faster in Python, because in the Java we must have to need to at least one class to be execute, right? But in Python it's not need to be at least one class, only just you want to mention your name. Suppose I want to print my name Vikram, then I want to just mention at the print Vikram. So that is some advantages will be there, but in Java you can must mention the one class also. Okay, next, length of the code. Okay, so same thing, same meaning as I already explained you in the this particular thing. Okay, so the length of the code means, as I already told you, the in the Python we no need to mention a single class, but in Java it is must to execute, or it is must to be defined at least one class, right? But in Python it's not been needed that. Okay, and that, as I already told you, the Python is a dynamically typed, so because of this some comparison the length of the code will be shorter. Okay, here I will just mention that shorter code. Okay, shorter code, here we can just mention as the longer code. Okay, comparison with the Python language. Okay, now type. Okay, so here the Python is a dynamically typed programming language, but here the Java is not dynamically typed. Java is not dynamically typed programming language. So as you already know, as I already mentioned previously, that here no need to define the data type, and here we must need to define the data type of each every variable. Okay, and in the, if I am going to do the comparison with the C++, then C++ also will be having a point of differences will be these only. Okay, so basically the Java is like most advanced, or the whenever we are doing the comparison with the Python or with the other programming language, then definitely we do the comparison with the Python and the Java, because in the companies currently the Python and the Java are the most demanding programming language. But currently if we are comparison between these two, then the Python is the most preferable. If you are comparison with the company's perspective, then Python and the Java both. But if you are comparison with both of these one, then Python is the most demanding. Okay, so see you in the next one, and we will just learn about some more concepts of some more. So in the next session, we will just talk about what are the output statements. Okay, so see you in the next one.